Alright, so I've seen a couple YouTubers do this, so I'm going to give it a shot. Only difference is I'm not going to edit because, well, I really don't have much skill or the ability at the moment. I'll figure it out eventually. I'd like to introduce you to my 1989 Winnebago Superchief, or Chevy P30 motorhome. I just started full-time RV life and picked this up for a song and a dance. She needs a little bit of help. You see the hot water heater doesn't burn very clean. I picked her up, and this is pretty much what she looked like when I picked her up. I haven't done much to her exterior, except for fix a few lights. Not bad for what I paid. I paid next to nothing, so I'm really not going to complain. Presently living in West Seneca, New York, Buffalo, New York. I'm going to give you a quick tour. Literal 5-cent tour because, well, they're not big enough. He said she's a 1989. She's 32 feet long. Excuse the mess because I just moved in here. She is almost original. I put a new TV in, but I have almost all the original interior, bathroom, shower, and I put in my own bed. That's the big difference. But I mean, 89 microwave, 89 stove that you can eat off of. Literally. And refrigerator that doesn't work. Yeah. I have, as I said, put the TV in. I switched these fluorescent lights over to LED strips. Let me tell you, it works beautiful. A little bit of a mess still, but so almost 2 weeks ago, I picked up this 1989 motorhome that God knows the last time we went on a road trip. Get out of the doorway. So I picked this thing up, and knowing it's going to need some work, not afraid of it to work, but knowing it's going to need it. Damn fly. I decided, why not? I don't want to pay rent. I don't want to live under somebody else's rules. So I'm going to do my own thing. It's been an adventure. It took me 3 days to do a 500-mile trip back. I wanted to record stuff sooner. I'm going to probably I'll try to toss in at some point. You know, when I was working on the carburetor, I was a couple hundred miles into the trip, and the carburetor failed, and I had to strip it down and clean it up and put it back together. Before I left, I had to replace the fuel pressure regulator, brake master cylinder, which is the wrong one, but yet I'm making it work. Fuel gauge doesn't work right, so God knows how much fuel is in it. I did replace the stereo though. Had to replace the stereo. Got to have tunes on a 500-mile trip. I got a lot of ideas from a lot of different YouTubers, and I'll try to find out who they all are as I go on and give them credit for their advice and everything. but I want to document a little bit about how things are. Um, I work for the Advanced Auto Company, and I live in this full time. She still needs work. She has a generator. I put batteries on her. I made a small battery bank, and it's home. That's what it comes down to. I'm in a new area that I barely know. I have a couple of friends, no family. I'm on my own. It's a new experience. I said 500 miles away from home and giving it a shot. I've had a lot of people help me out because I didn't expect that I was going to have this much trouble with it. But it is what it is. So the things that I'm going to be working on soon is it needs... Sorry. I also brought back ants from Connecticut for some reason to New York. Don't know why. I don't know how that happened, but the most major thing she needs is new walls. The exterior walls have been damaged and delaminated, and I'm going to work on them eventually. No fresh water pump, so I don't have onboard water yet. That's coming soon. I'm going to be placing an inverter in. I picked out one made by Reliable due to the reviews of another YouTuber, along with a Go Power switch, automatic switch. Again, another YouTuber. There's a guy, Class A. His channel is Class A Living. He's given me a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts to think about. The furnace doesn't work, so I'm going to be installing a diesel, one of them Chinese diesel heaters, whatever. Buying that off of Amazon. I will be installing cameras and more LEDs. So it's not bad, you know. I read somewhere or heard somewhere on one of the channels that 1.5 million Americans actually live in full-time RVs, whether it be tow-behinds, motorhomes, or whatever. It's not as bad as it sounds. I'm not going to show too much of the area where I'm parked because I park here every night. The locals are okay with it. I leave every day. In fact, I'll probably be headed to my store pretty soon. But you can do it. It's possible. I already started living a minimalistic life. I have a storage unit back in Connecticut. With all my larger stuff in it that eventually I'll probably break down. I'm working on getting a new motorcycle. I can afford the payments, I just don't have any credit. So if anybody in the Buffalo area is willing to co-sign for a loan for a guy who can afford it, let me know. I'm not looking for fame or fortune off of YouTube. I'm just gonna put in how my life is. Figure, why not? If I can do it on $1,000, and yes, folks, $1,000 I spent on getting it back here, or going to get it, getting it back here, and purchasing it. I got it for a song and a dance. No kidding. You can too. It's not difficult. You just got to be willing to live a minimalistic lifestyle, willing to survive on little to nothing for a while, depending on what your financial situation is. But I've heard many people say, "Oh, you can't do this unless you have 10 to 30,000 in the bank." Yes, you can. I'm living paycheck to paycheck at the moment. It will get better as time goes on, as I recoup from the initial purchase and trip. But I'm enjoying it. I'm happy. I'm comfortable. And it's just me. So it's not that bad. It is possible. I'm not doing any extensive trips, so I'm not going to do a lot of, probably not a lot of road views and stuff like that. Because I only drive maybe 10, 15 minutes a day. 20 minutes max. One way. I go from where I park overnight to my work, and they've been kind enough to let me park there when I'm on shift, because it is pretty big. Oh, hey, I had a delivery truck today. I gotta stay out of the way. But it's not that bad. It's really not. I do have a 4,000 watt onboard generator that I don't run very often. My black water and gray water system work, and my plumbing does work. I can hook up to external water sources, but I still got one more leak I gotta deal with. So, like I said, I'm not going to be editing because I don't have the capabilities, and nor do I have the experience really. So eventually I might, or eventually I will. And I just welcome you to follow me along on this weird trip of real life. I'm not going to glorify anything. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm honest to a fault. If it's stupid, if it's ridiculous, if it's just, I can't believe it's this way, or it's just great, you'll find out, because I'm going to put it up here. So next thing I have to do, first thing I have to do, is I'm going to do a oil change on the generator and pray it runs a little better, because it runs horrible. So if you started here, thank you, and we'll see what happens.